Good afternoon and welcome to the final day of the 2024 Sevier County Fair. My name is Robert and this is Sasha. She's the brown one. Cody's the large white one. You saying hi, Lola? Lola is right here. And Merlin is the baby. These are capuchin monkeys. Sasha is a brown tufted capuchin. She has the little tufts that grow up on her hair, and as she gets older, they will get bigger. Right now, she'll be 16 years old in December. She was born right here in Pigeon Forge and has spent her whole life living with me. We lived most of it in Houston. We moved up here permanently 4 years ago. Cody is 15 years old. Lola is 5, and Merlin is her actual baby brother. He is 3. Lola and Merlin's mom didn't produce enough milk, and I've got the right experience and license, so I was asked to take and raise them. We got them when they were about 3 weeks old, and we had to bottle feed them round the clock. Each of these guys will live 40 to 50 years. They have the IQ minimum of a 2 to 3 year old. The white throats have an even bigger physical brain, so they're even smarter. And they have shared 95.5% of our DNA. Their hair is the same composition. As our hair, and they have the same type of digestive system that we have. They are omnivores. They eat everything we eat. The only thing we restrict is the amount of refined sugar they get and the amount of calories, because they can become a type 2 diabetic very easily. So we don't want that to happen. That's what happens to a lot of pets. It does them in at an early age because it's hard to control diabetes in such a small animal. They each have their own unique personality. As you see, they like whatever's in my hand. That's why they go for the microphone. They like to play with our phones and anything else we use. Sasha is a touchscreen master. Cody likes the baby wipes. He has learned from monkey see, monkey do, from watching us wipe him off when we change their diapers or when they eat something. They're very messy eaters, so we wipe off their hands and everything. And Cody likes to clean himself in different ways. He will use a whole pack of baby wipes if you let him. What? And Sasha likes to eat. She's begging for more treats. This is it, the last one. No more. Yeah, no more. Yeah. Want to talk back? Sasha's a TV star. We just got back from Brooklyn, New York, filming a series, one of the episodes of Elsbeth, a CBS series. She'll be on the 2nd episode of the new season that starts in October. They had planned for us to be there 10 hours, and she did so well we were through in 2. So we were quite impressed. They've all made music videos before, and Sasha's done a lot of magazine covers and modeling. I didn't get them to do anything commercially. I got Sasha to be my pet when she was a baby. We went back a few weeks later to get her half-brother for some close friends of mine in Houston, and Cody was a baby and crawled on me and wouldn't get off, so I ended up bringing him home. I used to teach college full-time, and I had no intention of doing all this, but they need a lot of mental stimulation and attention, and they enjoy this. Growing up around humans, they enjoy seeing people. That's why taking pictures is so good for them. It's a short period with different people. They get to see and interact and keep on going. They have to get to know somebody before they really want you to pet or touch them. They're very shy and kind of scared of different things like that. That's why they don't like people to wrap around them. We tell everybody because they think you're trying to control them, and that scares them. We live in this area and we do a lot of traveling. They were in Las Vegas earlier this year with Tempur-Pedic, who they enjoy working for because they like to jump on the beds. They come home with different pillows so that they can play with them. They've learned to drink out of the Sport Top bottles. They can kind of control that. And they let us know kind of when they want a drink by the noises they make and pointing. But they're each unique and very different. And it's a challenge to be with a capuchin. If you've never worked with a monkey, I started with baby gorillas when I was a teenager. And these are the only ones that make the best pets in the house. So if you have any questions, we'd be glad to answer questions. We try to educate people and let you learn about them. So if you have a question, just raise your hand. We'd be glad to answer them for you.
Do they always diaper, or can they be trained using a restroom or a litter box or anything?
No, they do not have cognitive control over their bowels. They will go to the bathroom moving. They don't even stop. So the first thing you teach them as a baby is to allow you to put a diaper on them. None of them mind it. We put these small little covers over the diapers where it looks better, but they don't mind it at all. I can change all 3 of them in less than 10 minutes. They know that they're to go outside, to go out of their enclosure at home, they have to be dressed. So they lay there and we do it. I don't dress them any further than this. Usually their body temperature is 102 degrees. And the elastic, even in the shorts that they wear here, sometimes pulls the hair, so they're always scratching and trying to adjust it. So this is as far as we go. I've seen people that dress them fully, and if you watch the difference, the monkey is stiff in its movements and doesn't do a lot. So we try to avoid that. We don't teach them to do tricks. We've allowed them to learn things. That way they're more comfortable. Anything that has to repeat something, even adults who are trained to work in circuses and acrobatic shows, they get tired of it. And these are like kids. It's like trying to get your kid to do the same thing every day. They don't enjoy it. So we just teach them to respect people, and then they're very happy to see you. Anybody else have a question? Yes, ma'am.
Can you leave them at home by themselves, like if you're going out to the grocery store and they sell? How do you manage that?
They have an enclosure at home that we can lock, that they can be in without their diapers and everything. When we go home in the evenings, we take it off and let them run around and eat and do things for several hours. But this is not an animal that you can have and go to work every week and expect them to stay like this. Whoever raises them has to be around them a pretty much majority of the time. You can leave them. We've gone out places. I've actually traveled out of the country, and I have somebody watch them, but all they can do is feed them through a locked cage. They don't allow other people to control them. Max has worked with us and lived with us for close to 5 years now, and they enjoy playing with Max on their terms. Sasha and Merlin sleep in Max's room every night. And stop it, Sasha. And he has a very short time span for a wife, and he wants more. Do you want one, Cody? Because we're not going to sit here and empty all of them. Here. There, that's it. No more. So they are bonded to basically 1 or 2 people who raise them. If I'm not around, they don't come out. They don't enjoy, they will not do anything. They stay in the enclosure. Even with Max, they don't like to come out just if it's just him. Any other questions? They fuss sometimes. It's never anything serious. They're just like siblings that live together. They each have their own likes and dislikes, and they get loud and scream at each other. It's never anything really serious.
How old are they?
Sasha is 16, Cody's 15, Lola's 5, and Merlin is 3. Anybody else have a question? They don't like to be petted. They don't really like us to pet them much. They're a highly intelligent animal. They like to interact with you and do things. When you take a picture with them, they will sit on your arms and sit with you, but they don't want to be cuddled or pet. That's not the kind of animal this is. Here.
Sit down and stop. That's it.
If you let him get him by himself, their hands aren't that strong. He'll use his mouth to pull a thick wad out at one time because his mouth is very strong. Just like trying to open little bottles, they can't always do it with their hands, so they'll try to pop the top with their mouth.
No, that's it. Max.
There. See, you got them all over the floor. Any other questions? The babies these days cost $28,000 to $30,000 a piece. Anything less than that is usually a scam because all breeders know what the other one is selling for. There's not that many. They're very hard to come by. When I got Sasha, she was born, they were all born in Pigeon Forge at a private zoo that no longer exists. But when I got Sasha, he used to have 4 and 5 babies at the house at any given time. And as the breeding stock has grown older, they're just not as available much. Pets cannot have a baby. When you have mixed sexes living together like this, you spay and neuter them because if a female gets pregnant, she will turn wild again and want nothing to do with the human. And when you've invested a lot of time and emotion like I have with Sasha and have a bond, you don't want to lose that. So it's not worth having a baby because they would no longer be a pet or want any interaction with you. Yes, Lola? Thank you. Any other questions?
Do they ever get jealous? Like,
Oh, they get jealous all the time. That's why one of them will come push the other one out of the way, especially Sasha. Sasha's more the alpha. In captivity, a lot of times it ends up being a female if there's more than one. In the wild, it's a male who is in charge. He has his favorite females and they live in a group in hierarchy and everybody knows to follow the rules or they will be run out of the group. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're very intelligent and they understand these rules and whoever's in charge. She's always been in charge and she lets them know it. She will pick on them sometimes, but we make sure they each get individual time, take them out individually, do things with them individually as well. Lola is reaching an age now where she's maturing and she's trying to figure out a spot within the group and she wants to be more and more central and centered and in control. Isn't that right? See, they see me talking through it and they just know it's close to my mouth, so they mimic it and they want to put it next to their mouth as well. And she's putting pressure on it to keep it there. She doesn't want me to take it away. But because I am in charge and they know I care for them and I'm in control, they allow me to control them and do different things. They've never fought me even when we go to the vet, which they do not enjoy. I can hold them and the vet can give them shots or examine them and do things. I've never been worried about anything like that. These guys are scared of pools of water. They don't even want to be around it. So when we shower them, we use a running water shower head in the sink usually and bathe them like that. They don't mind that. But if you even a half a sink of water is too much. It is ingrained in their thought process that water is... Sasha, are you just through for the day? It's in their thought process that water is dangerous because where they live and come from, getting a drink is the most dangerous part of the day because there's always crocodiles in those waters. And so they assume that all water. They know noises as well. When about probably 8 years ago when there's a movie came out called We Bought a Zoo, and the local theater invited us to bring them to watch it. And when the lion roared, they were all kind of running around enjoying the popcorn and playing. When the lion roared, they were all right back on top of me holding on. So they know certain things automatically can mean danger. We went to the premiere of the Disney movie Monkey Kingdom, which was filmed in the wild. And when the monkeys started fighting and making loud noises, Sasha stood up in the theater and screamed at all of them because she knew the noises. She didn't care about the action, but she knew that noise meant something was wrong going on. Any other questions? The pictures are free. The fair's brought us here so you can learn something and enjoy it and take a picture with you. So you can come on over. We'll be over there taking pictures for the rest of the day. Stop by. We take the picture, give you a printout, and you get to meet them up close. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good afternoon.